This is Linda with the Asbestos Disease Awareness Organization, and I'm so grateful that you'll take a couple minutes and tell us a little bit about what's happening in the UK with Mr. Roger Helmer's amendment and his email to you. But first, would you tell our listeners a little bit about who you are and what you're doing in the UK?
I'm Mavis Nye. I sort of help with Facebook with Meso Warriors, which is where we've banded together and we help each other out with this that have got this disease, mesothelioma. I contacted mesothelioma by washing my husband's clothes, and I've been diagnosed for 3.5 years with this terminally ill, and I've had 3 chemos, and I will have a 4th one if it starts growing again.
And when were you first diagnosed, Mavis?
In 2008, 2009.
Well, and I want the listeners to understand how important you are to all of the other mesothelioma warriors in the UK and around the world. Well, tell our listeners a little bit about what the member of the European Parliament, Roger Helmer, actually did to cause you to write. Can you explain to our listeners?
He spoke about asbestos, about white asbestos not being dangerous, and the GMB condemned the attempt by Roger Helmer, who's a UKIP MEP for East Midlands, to amend the proposed motion in an EU committee on approving safety measures on asbestos to deadly asbestos fibres in the EU by inserting clause claiming that white asbestos is not dangerous. Now, I read that and I was quite angry. So I wrote a letter to him.
What did you say? What did you say in your letter, Mavis?
Well, I emailed him that please. I sent the link to the GMB so that he knew what I was talking about, and I put, please would you reread about asbestos, as all asbestos is a killer. We have mesothelioma patients that have joined all over the world as meso warriors, and they have enough evidence that white is dangerous as blue, and as they have developed mesothelioma. So he replies to me, I thank you for your communication, but I'm afraid I believe you are mistaken. There is extensive evidence that white asbestos, which is chemically quite different from blue and brown asbestos, poses no measurable health risk. I'm very sorry for anyone who has mesothelioma, but having a disease is not evidence that white asbestos caused it. Now, I found that rather a nasty letter. So I have since replied to him, Dear Roger Helman, you have angered the world with your insistence that white asbestos is not dangerous to people, and we are asking you to give your evidence for this conclusion when all the evidence has proved that asbestos is dangerous, whatever the colour, blue, white or brown. And it has caused us mesothelioma patients a deadly cancer of the lining of our organs. But my husband worked with white asbestos and I washed his clothes. This has been proved here. And then I carried on with all the evidence I could find about white asbestos being dangerous, and I gave him different links.
Well, I think you've done an amazing job, and you're absolutely right. The World Health Organization and many other scientific organizations and institutions, they're all in consensus that asbestos is a known human carcinogen and there's no safe level. And you're right, it doesn't matter what the color is, white, blue, or brown. All 6 types of asbestos are known carcinogens. So I think your efforts are remarkable, heroic, and very courageous. And on behalf of ADAO, I want to personally and organizationally thank you for what you've done, Mavis. You've done so much to change the landscape of this discussion and work for patients, and most importantly, work for prevention as well. So I look forward to sharing your words and your thoughts. So for those people who are also angry like you, what would you like to ask them to do?
Oh, I would like them all to write, really, to Roger Helmer and tell them how he's so wrong. And let's all fight him, because I would like him to apologise to all the mesothelioma warriors, because my husband worked with White, and here I am with mesothelioma. All I did was wash his clothes.
Yeah, and all Ray did was go to work, and you did what you did innocently to wash his clothes, and neither of you deserve to be undergoing this. So I'm going to share your words with the world, Mavis. You're a brave woman, and it's an honor to call you my friend as well. So thank you for sharing with our listeners.
That's all right, Linda. You're welcome.
Thank you.
Thank you.